Hi guys! One of my most requested videos here on YouTube has been how I lost my weight for my wedding. Now if you guys have been following me for a while and you guys have seen my wedding pictures on my Instagram, you probably did notice that my wedding dress or my reception dress really exposed my stomach, and that was my problem area. So I had to work really hard to really lose a lot of weight, and in total I want to say I lost about 18 to 20 pounds in 4 to 5 months. It was not easy at all. It took a lot of work, a lot of discipline, a lot of dedication, but I was really happy with the results. So I wanted to share some tips and tricks that work for me that might work for you as well. I'm also collaborating this video with two other girls here on YouTube, Miss Himani Wright and Mr.JovitaGeorge, and they will also be telling you some ideas, some tips that work for them in losing weight and what they do and how they do it and what they eat. I will leave all of their information in the down bar, and I think it's great to gather ideas and inspiration from different people with different bodies so you guys can see what works for you best. So like I said, I will leave all of their information in the down bar, so be sure to check that out. Now the first thing is to work out consistently, you guys. I know it's very obvious, but you really have to be very disciplined when you go to the gym. And you have to tell yourself, whatever number you give yourself, if you say I'm gonna go to the gym 2 times a week, no matter what happens, you have to get to the gym 2 times a week. If you tell yourself I'm gonna go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, you have to make it happen, no matter what. Working out consistently, you guys will 100% see a difference in your body. Now when I was working out at the gym, I was doing a lot of the wrong thing. One of the most important things you need to know is the right workouts for yourself, for your body. Now my whole focus when I was working out was my belly, and I thought if I just ran and did a lot of cardio I would lose weight, which I did lose weight, but I didn't gain any muscle, so I was still flabby. I was like what I think the term is called skinny fat, so I was very thin, but I still had, you know, fat in my problem area. And for that, my trainer, which I did get for a while, taught me that I need to do a lot of weightlifting. When you lift weight, you gain a lot of muscle and your fat shrinks. And then you also continue to burn fat even after you stop working out. So take my advice and do any exercises with some sort of weight. Even if it's 5 pounds, you guys, I do my sit-ups, my lunges, my squats with some sort of weight. So if the exercises permit, do it with weights. I also recommend to go into the gym with a workout plan. If you have a workout plan right in front of you, whether it's working out your arm or focusing on your legs or your abs, whatever it is, you can literally just mark off the exercises and it almost feels like your personal trainer. I will leave some of my favorite exercises in the down bar for you guys that focuses on all different parts of the body. You can always just go on Pinterest and Google some sort of exercise routine, whatever you want to work out, but be sure to go into the gym with some sort of routine or with some sort of a plan, because otherwise it's very easy to just get overwhelmed and lose focus. One last tip about going to the gym is to constantly change up your workout, because your muscles and your body will get used to it, and then that exercise will not be effective. So even if your problematic area, I don't know if it's your legs or whatever, just be sure to work out your entire body and constantly switch up the exercises, because you don't want your muscles to remember the same exercise and then it doesn't work anymore. Now tip number 2, again, it's going to be very obvious, but it's the truth, and that is to have an amazing kick-ass diet. You need to completely cut off all the bad foods that you're currently eating and replace it with good things like lean meats, veggies, fruits, and things like that. It is very simple, you guys. You really are what you eat. Now a lot of people also seem to think that you should not be eating carbs. You need carbs, you guys. Carbs give you energy. You need carbs to survive. It's just really that simple. But there are really 2 types of carbs: simple carbs and complex carbs. Now I'm going to keep it really simple for you guys and just explain it to you in the best and the quickest way possible. So simple carbs will be things like white bread, white rice, and sugar like candy and things like that. And now complex carbs are the complete opposite. So it's green veggies, brown rice, whole wheat, things like that. So you really need to replace the simple carbs with complex carbs so they don't just sit in your body and turn into fat. Now eating right actually came pretty easy to me. I don't know if it's because I'm a vegetarian or what, but I just Googled and researched a lot about what I should and should not be eating, and really cut back on the things I shouldn't be eating, because my weakness is chocolate, you guys. I can literally sit here and eat chocolate all day and not even feel guilty. But I completely replaced that with other things that I enjoyed I learned to enjoy. You know, it takes a lot of time. I never used to eat fruit. When I was, you know, on my journey to lose weight, I completely replaced my chocolate cravings with fruit. So you kind of just have to find what works best for you and your body. Now, some of the other things I did to lose weight was drink a lot of water. And I used to drink a whole glass of water, and I'm not just talking about like sipping it in little sips. I used to chug a whole glass of water right before a meal. It is very true, you do eat less if you drink like a big glass of water before you eat a full meal. I promise you it works. And then, you know, sometimes during the day you'll get cravings and you're just sitting there watching TV or something or at work and you're like, I'm hungry. And you end up eating a piece of chocolate or some chips or something crazy like that. Well, you're not really hungry, you're just bored. And that's what your body's just thinking, that it's hungry, but it's really not. So when you get cravings like that, fill it with water. The other thing that I did consistently was hot yoga. Now, a lot of people have really bad perceptions about hot yoga, how it's very unhealthy, and you guys can do your own research, try it out for yourself, but I only used to do yoga once a week. Now, you can do hot yoga up to 2 times a week, but anything after that I think could be a little bit more dangerous because you do lose a lot of water from your entire body while you're at hot yoga. So if you're gonna start to do hot yoga, I would really space it out. So I used to go, I remember there was a couple of times where I went twice a week. I would go like Mondays and then Thursdays. Just really space it out and keep your body hydrated, like I said, with the water. And hot yoga really helped me lose a lot of water weight. One other thing that worked for me was allowing myself to have cheat meals. Now, it's not cheating days, it's cheat meals once a week. Seriously, once a week. I remember it was Saturday night for dinner. Me and my now husband would always go out and get dinner. And because we were both working out like crazy, that was our reward for the week. Just one meal where we can eat anything we want, pizza, pasta, anything we want, and not feel guilty at all, because that really gave me something to look forward to. And that's why I used to work out so hard, because I kept Saturday in the back of my mind, like, okay, I'm gonna get a really delicious meal, so I need to stay healthy, be good to myself, work out hard, because a reward is waiting for me, as silly as that sounds. And the last tip I wanted to share with you guys will probably are gonna laugh, is to take pictures of yourself. I look back to when I first started working out to pictures of myself now, and it is such a huge difference. Looking at pictures of yourself is going to motivate you more than anything else in the world when you see a difference, even if it's the tiniest bit. So be sure to take pictures of yourself every single time you go to the gym. Whether you take a picture of yourself naked or if you're wearing a bathing suit or whatever, just be sure to take pictures of yourself and photograph it and document it. Because when you look back and you see all the difference that you've made for yourself, it's a huge encouragement. So those were some of the things that worked for me, you guys. I don't recommend anyone going on a crazy diet or starving yourself. Those do not work. I've tried everything. Really, there is no shortcuts. You have to work hard and you will get the results of your dreams. I promise you, if I can do it, all of you guys can do it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.